¿Cómo estás? Me llamo Gomer. Bienvenidos to another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty video. It may be 100 degrees in Minneapolis. There may be swamp-ass sweat on this chair. But it's still not as hot as some of the months that these guys had in the month of May. Talking about May Player of the Month predictions, of course. If you are not in the know, perhaps watching Gomer News tomorrow will help fill you in. Or you could just listen to me saying that POTM is going to come on Tuesday. That would suffice as well, I suppose. As always, leave in the comments section who you guys think is going to get May POTM cards. Usually we can expect like 8. So just kind of plan on that. Who should get the Lightning Diamond? Let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the button if you would appreciate that. Subscribe if you guys have not to this point. Gameplays coming soon. Just got a little busy today. Getting into this one now. So, very quickly touching base here because I don't want to hear people say, oh, Gomer, Vlad Jr. had another pretty good month, huh? You think he gets the Lightning card? Oh, baby. Fernando Tatis sure went sicko mode this month. Gomer, you think he's going to get the 99? No. There's levels to it. There's certain ways that they do it. If he has a 92, a 90 overall card, they're not going to give him another. Likewise, a guy like Adolis Garcia, it's just kind of hard to see that happening. If you get the play on words right there, because he just got an 88 tops now. So, think before leaving comments. I think the POTM Lightning card's going to be Max Muncy. Now, I did this using the Show Zone, which is a cool website. I'll put it in the description. Good guys over there. They have a lot of stuff where you can find out how much a certain collection costs, and it always updates. Pretty cool website. I didn't feel like putting a picture in, so leave it for a blank space for Max Muncy, who I think is going to be the Lightning card, or who I want to be. The thing is, we just got Mauricio, we just got Groshans, we just got Trevor Story. There's too many shortstops, damn it. I don't think we need another Lightning shortstop. I had this conundrum last year. I bitched about it. I don't want to have to bitch about it again. I want to see Max Muncy here. Definitive bias, but hard to disagree with the numbers he put up. Reading it off here, he hit .330 with a .714 slug, hit 10 home runs and 15 extra base hits. He didn't have as big of a sample size. He still qualified for leaders, but he did miss a few games. And I went ahead and made this card realistic to splits. Somewhat, maybe it could look like this. He was better against lefties, oddly enough, and he would murder them. He had crazy numbers against left-handers, and almost crazy as a 20-year-old voice cracking. That's always pretty cool, huh? Maybe one day my balls will drop. 72 contact against righties is where things could get hair-raising. That's not exactly good, but, what are you going to do? I think his swing accounts for it. Not going to be that fast. Not going to be that great defensively. I did kind of boost the defensive ratings up to a shield. So, like, he would still retain silver at his secondaries. Yeah, I kind of fudged the numbers there. Typically, they don't move the fielding or the speed much from their live series card, just so you know. But this Muncie card would be fantastic. We're going to look at all the offensive cards first, because there's not a pitcher builder on the Show Zone. At least my dumbass could not find how to do it. Marcus Simeon, a guy who had a great month, and I think would definitely be deserving of the Lightning card as well. You heard what I said, though. I just think Muncie would be a more exciting card, and I think he kind of fits a lot of people looking for second baseman right now, and Simeon's a second baseman. Forget what I said. I want Muncie, damn it. Simeon would still be cool. If you look at his splits, I think this is kind of fair. He wouldn't be as good of an offensive card as Muncie, but he would have a little bit more defense, which to some people, matters. I'd rather have the offense with Muncie personally, but he would do really well against righties, and lefty numbers could maybe go up a little bit. This doesn't correlate to overall. I don't know exactly if this is what a 95 overall would look like. I just thought this would be better than me just showing the card and talking out of my ass here to give you something to look at. Some eye candy besides this horse face, you know? But he had 368, 702 slug, 8 home runs, 21 extra base hits. He had a really good month. He won the Player of the Month for the American League. I'm really high on caffeine right now, if you can't tell. Good lord. But Simeon, I think, would be another cool card to see. Adam Frazier, my guy, the power phenom. Kind of, actually, against lefties. He slugged a decent amount. And he got tons of hits. He had 360, 523 slug, 13 extra base hits, and he had 40 hits, second to only Marcus Simeon. This card, not a lot of speed, but a lot of contact against lefties. Wouldn't actually be a bad card. The only downside's the speed, but he's going to have great versatility in terms of positions he can play. And like 88 fielding, that's, again, just ripped off of his live series card there. Don't knock him. Don't knock it till you try it. Adam Frazier could actually be kind of cool. Not the coolest, but kind of cool. Austin Meadows, homer pick. I disagree. I think he had a good month, and maybe they hold off on him because he's also having a killer June, which is nice to see, refreshing, since he had such a piss-poor 2020. But I had a feeling 2019's more the Austin Meadows we know and love. Pittsburgh, thanks again, baby. And Glass now. Good trade. And Chris Archer is with the Rays. What are the Pirates left with? A lot of people think I hate the Pirates. I'm thankful for the Pirates. If they didn't exist, where the hell would the Rays be now? Austin Meadows, he didn't really hit well against lefties. Those are essentially his live series splits. He would really do well against righties. Not great defensively. Sugar-coated his fielding for sure, up to 74, so he can retain silver at all defensive secondaries he has, 52 speed. Main thing with him, he has such a good swing. Homer pick, yes. Could a guy like Jesse Winker be a little bit more deserving? Yes. Deal with it, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say here. Brandon Crawford, who would have thunk it? Having a great season. Again, kind of a platoon guy. 82 fielding, 78 arm. Not as good defensively as he once was. But it wouldn't be a bad card, but the speed kind of does kill it. 36 is pretty terrible in the grand scheme of things against lefties. Probably not playable, but I don't know. This is just the nature of how some of these low overalls typically go in POTM, so kind of how it is. Let's go ahead and transition now to some of the pitchers that I want to talk about. Kind of went in any order I pleased in this one, but for the Lightning cards, I think it's down to Muncie, Simeon. Then it could also be Kevin Gausman, or it could be Zach Wheeler, in my opinion. I think those are the only two. Could be Brandon Woodruff, but he already has like an 86 overall live series, so not so sure if that's going to happen. Kevin Gausman, great. 0.73 ERA, 49 strikeouts, 6 walks, 0.76 whip, and a 165 opponent batting average. Big part, him in a lot of Giants. The over 30-plus Giants, one of the oldest teams in the league, just doing really well. And Gausman's been a big part, been the ace of that staff. He wouldn't, unless they add a fifth pitch, I don't think he'd be the best in game, which is why I kind of think Zach Wheeler might be a little bit more exciting on that front. Since he does have a sinker, he has 5 pitches. I think he would be a little bit better in terms of gameplay. But he also, that's not a slight to his actual performance, 2.08 ERA, 57 strikeouts, I think tied Scherzer, who's not going to get one. Hot take there, being he's a, 88 overall card. 5 walks. He had a 0.81 whip, 194 opponent batting average. He and Gausman definitely could be diamonds pretty soon here. Now that he's striking out a lot more guys. Zach Wheeler had a really, really good month again, so I think he definitely could get a Lightning card. It's not always 1-2, 1-2, like position player, pitcher, position player, pitcher. A lot of times it seems like they kind of favor the position players, which makes sense, and I'm not mad at personally. Getting into some other cards here, we're going to be talking about Ryan Tepera, the guy who got an MVP vote last year. Somehow, he has been wild. 19 strikeouts to 0 walks and 14 appearances in the month of May. 0.63 opponent batting average and a 0.20 whip. Wow, he would be good at the game as well. 5 pitches, maybe. Well, 3 fastballs is a little bit much. I don't really need the 2-seamer. I'm not going to throw the 2-seamer very often. But Ryan Tepera definitely deserves a card. We'll talk about some more honorable mentions in a second here because, again, I only picked like 8-9 cards to talk about. But there's a ton of names that are always going to be deserving. But there's not enough card slots, unfortunately, to fill the deserving need. We're going to stay in the National League here, talk about the Marlins' Trevor Rogers, who's been really, really good this year. And he had a 2.34 ERA in May, 38 strikeouts, 12 walks, 232 on opponent batting average, and a 1.18 whip. This could be a lower overall card. You know, he did walk a fair amount of guys. 1.18 whip isn't exactly the 0.20 of Tepera or the like 0.70 that we saw with Gausman and Zach Wheeler, if my brain cells can function, if they don't all just go to sleep here. Trevor Rogers definitely having a great season as well. Gonna talk about Chris Bassett for the A's. I think he got slighted of a gold upgrade. I think he's gonna get it next roster update. He's been killing it. Month of May, 2.52 ERA, 38 strikeouts to 4 walks, 175 opponent batting average at a 0.73 whip. Would be a really good card, especially in game. He has the pitches you're looking for, and that's really it. The only better thing with his pitches, in my opinion, would be maybe having a slider there instead of something, or like instead of the curveball. But that curveball at 70 miles an hour is going to be pretty effective. He has really good differentials and a great pitch mix. Chris Bassett could be pretty damn good. Some honorable mentions I want to talk about here before we skedaddle. One is going to be for the Tigers. That's Casey Mize. He has been really turning it around. Kind of unfortunate 2020. We know how good Casey Mize is. He has a great pitch mix as well. So Casey Mize would be cool to see get a card. Scott Barlow staying in the division for the Kansas City Royals. Kind of beating up the Twins. Who doesn't? But Scott Barlow, he's been pretty good as well. Throws hot, 4 pitches. Wouldn't be a bad card to see in the game. Both Reds, of course, Winker and Castellanos. They've both gotten a lot of POTM love in the past. I don't. They definitely could get cards. I'm not sure. We'll have to go ahead and see, but they're both very deserving of getting them. For the Braves, Austin Riley, he has that Future Star card, which is, I think, an 85, 87, somewhere in there. But he's probably, leading most improved, in my opinion, for National League. He's been great for the Braves. Unfortunately, the Braves haven't been great. They haven't been that good. Still kind of struggling, but that's kind of a tough division, kind of like the Central. Except Cardinals and Cubs are kind of running away with it. We have Trey Mancini for the Baltimore Orioles. He could get one. Brandon Woodruff, but again, talked about his overall. And a couple Cardinals. We have the guy who can't hit the broadside of a barn, Alex Reyes, but still gets the job done game in and game out. He's been pretty fun to watch. Ton of walks, but he gets the job done. He gets some wins. Cardinals are doing really well. And also Giovanni Gallegos. 3 pitches. I don't know how great he would be gameplay-wise, but definitely deserving. Probably going to get diamond at some point this year. And, yeah, those are my May POTM predictions. I would love if Muncie got the Lightning Diamond, but I think they could make a sick 97 overall Marcus Simeon as well. I think a lot of deserving guys. But, again, let me know who you think are going to get cards in the May POTM program. Again, coming out on Tuesday. And, yeah, save your top now cards. You're going to need them. Thank you all for watching. Again, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes some Saudi. Yeet.